Okay everyone, for this video, there's a toy that I've been wanting to talk about. That, of course, is the Beyblade. Now, when I was a kid, I was a huge fan of the Beyblades. These two Beyblades were from the original toy line when Beyblade was first released. They were based off the anime in the early 2000s. It was a neat idea for these toys with a unique quality. And when I say unique, they spin. And when I say quality, oh, it's broken and I can't put it back together again. Beyblades were meant to be taken apart in this way so you can customize them, and the only way to put them back together is the use of this thing that I'm holding. You're supposed to twist them back together, but this does not work. Once taken apart, it can no longer be placed back together, and I took this Beyblade apart for the sake of this video, and now I can no longer put it back together. Ever since the release of the first Beyblades, you would put stickers on each Beyblade that came with stickers. Right here, for this Pegasus, you see that these lightning bolts are obviously stickers. It didn't just come like that. And the bit beads itself, it's also a sticker that you would place on your Beyblade. But as the Beyblades got newer, the models have changed, and you no longer would put stickers on your Beyblades. Take this Pegasus, for example. The bit piece is not a sticker. It just came like that. But some Beyblades were not made with the highest of quality. As you can see here, this Beyblade got kinda messed up. The paint is torn. But that's probably because it was an exclusive Beyblade made for only this Beyblade game for DS. It was not released outside of the game, so they didn't really put much thought or effort into making this Beyblade with better quality. Now, over the years, Beyblades has their own fair share of gimmick. Well, I would call them a gimmick, like for this. For example, it's not a traditional Beyblade at all. It's just more of a gimmicky style Beyblade. They're trying to do something different. This is a Beyblade, when it spins and bumps into another Beyblade, it lights up. I have two Beyblades like this, Pegasus and El Drago. And also this type of Beyblade, this Pegasus right here, when it bumps into another Beyblade, you do this before you launch it, like that, and when you launch it, it jumps up. It has a spring there, and it can, like, jump up, and there's sharp corners right here. I guess they were just trying to make Beyblades more interesting. But that's not all. After Beyblades, they also came out with Bey Wheels, but they were still making Beyblades. But this was just sort of a side thing, which I'm not really sure if it was as popular as they were hoping for. I have only two of these. I didn't really buy many of these. I just got the ones that I was most familiar with, and that would be Pegasus and El Drago. But of course, in Bey Wheels form, they go by different names. Like, I think this is Wing Storm, or Wing something Pegasus, and this would be Fireball El Drago. I don't know, they all Beyblades comes with different names. For example, this is called Storm Pegasus, and this I think is Cosmic Pegasus. They came out with very many variations of Pegasus and El Dragos. They did this with a lot of Beyblades and making different versions of them. And after the Bey Wheels, Bey Warriors became a thing. You know, the Bey Warriors, anyone remember that? It was also a gimmick, and they also had their own stadium, which I also own because I'm into trying new things. I wanted to try them out and see how they were, and they were not fun. But the whole Bay Warriors gimmick sorta lost its charm, and I don't think they make them anymore. Anyway, years went by, and then they came out with Beyblade Burst. Which, to be honest, I cannot stand these things. I forgot these guys' names, but however, I do not like them one bit. Now, just keep in mind, I watched the YouTube tutorials on how to put these things together, and for the life of me, I still can't get them to spin. Damn it. Now, let's take a look at some of the launchers they had. They had different kinds of launchers through the years where you have this kind of launcher where you can launch the Beyblade by using just this string that was attached to the launcher. They also had this grip launcher so you could grip it like this and put the launcher your Beyblade came with in it and launch it just like that and grip it like that. And there was the double launcher that can hold two Beyblades so you can launch them at the same time if you don't have a friend to play with. Now, if you're wondering why I'm making this video, it's because I just wish that the Beyblades were better. Now, you have to take notice at the performance tip, because depending on the performance tip is how your Beyblade will perform when launched. If any of you has the Beyblade Burst models, please let me know if I'm doing anything wrong, which I doubt that I am because I put them together just fine and they still will not even spin. Hey guys, before I end the video, I just want to let you all know that I successfully did eventually put this Beyblade together, but off camera. All that I had to do was use my fingers to twist the thing on, because in the instructions it tells me to use this, but it clearly doesn't work, so I don't know its purpose.